Welcome, everyone. I'm Carol Lourie, host of the Her Health and Spirit podcast and upcoming summit. And today we're fortunate enough to have with us Dr. Shiroko Sokitch. Dr. Sokitch is a medical doctor who cares about you. Her mission is to help you heal and regain health and vitality you deserve when no one else has found the answers. She does this by using a unique blend of Chinese and Western medicine to help you learn to listen to your body and find out what works for you. Trained in general surgery and working as an emergency room doctor for 10 years, while attending acupuncture school gave Dr. Shiroko a broad range of medical experience. In addition to practicing integrative medicine for 23 years, she hosted a public access TV show, Perspectives on Healing, for 2 years, has had a Sonoma County news column for 15 years, and is writing her second book, 7 Keys to Accelerated Healing, which will be out in the next year. The owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center in Santa Rosa, California since 1983, Dr. Shiroko is an expert at using many modalities to bring your body to balance and wholeness. She specializes in acupuncture, chronic illness, pain treatment, hormone balancing, bioidentical hormones, digestive problems, and brain chemistry balancing. Welcome, Dr. Shiroko.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. The thing I would love for people to think about is, instead of I'm being betrayed by my body, think about how is my body trying to teach me something, and what, think of it as your friend and how is it trying to help you. And then rather than jumping at it with all guns, trying to figure out how to get it balanced so that it can feel better.
And how do you help people shift that perspective? I absolutely believe in that, but how do we help people shift from A to B?
Well, that's what my book is about, really.
Oh, great.
So part of it is that the 7 keys to accelerated healing are really about things that you can do yourself to help shift your own healing and your strength in your body. Excuse me, my voice keeps wanting to fade out. And through working with me, just the idea, and having this summit, and talking to people about this idea is, because it's an idea, it's a concept. And if you start to think about a new concept, then you start to go, well, how is my body being my friend? And if you just ask that question, once a day, what's my body trying to tell me? How is my body being my friend right now? It's a totally different kind of question, and it begins to give you different information, So then you start to look at things in a different way. So for me, it's as simple as just asking that question, and then you can begin to feel like, oh, okay, maybe something's shifting. And if you do that consistently over time, things will begin to change in a different way.
I like that idea about asking your body how it's being your friend, as opposed to when you're having chronic pain or total body pain or joint pain, looking at it from that perspective as opposed to how is my body being my friend. That's a really good way to approach this type of pain syndrome that people have. I like that. Thank you. I just learned something. I'm going to employ that in my practice tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Yay. It's a take-home.
To take home. To take off. To take to work moment.
Take to office for you, yes.
Yes, and hopefully for people listening, take to heart moment.
Yeah.
So how do you see women's health and spirit or spirituality working together and influencing each other?
That's a really deep question.
I know. Well, you don't have to answer the whole world. You can just answer a paragraph. It's a very deep question.
Because it's funny to me. Just a few days ago was the big march on Washington, D.C., and women marched all over the world. And so when you're asking about women's health, I think that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, was all of millions of women all over the world got together to say, here we are. This is important to us. And I think that's, and bringing ourselves together with each other and communicating with each other and being kind to one another and really creating a world where things are different. So when you talk about women's health, that's such a, on a macrocosm sort of scale, and then kind of bringing it in from there. So having a community of friends, creating community in the world, creating community with your friends and with people that are close to you, creating community with your healers, and then creating community with your body and loving your body and treating it like it's your friend instead of your enemy. It's like taking it from the macrocosm right down into the smallest part of yourself. And that, to me, is how we change women's health everywhere.
Absolutely. That's just a beautiful way to look at it. And it all starts with inside. That's it starts with a paradigm shift, which I think I'm hoping that in the next few years we really can promote more of. We need more of a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, our medical system is in trouble for sure.
And it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yes. That to look forward to. Yes, a lot of people are going to lose their care.
Yeah.
So disease prevention.
That's the thing is, I think that's why I'm, if people may or may not lose their health care, but it's that what we call healthcare in this country has so little to do with actual health.
Yes.
And that's why what you're doing and this kind of information that's becoming more and more readily available, it puts health back in our hands. It puts our healthcare back into our hands. And in some ways, I think almost that because our medical system, our healthcare system is sort of failing us on such a large level, that we have an opportunity to, kind of similar to this whole thing with the women's marching, is we have an opportunity to just really take it into our hands and not rely on an insurance company or a drug company or whatever there is to rely on outside of us to help us feel good in our bodies.
I think, taking your health into your own hands starts with how you feed yourself and how you feed your family and the food you buy. And is it local? Is it organic? Is it sustainable? These little perspectives that we can develop and these little changes, minute shifts, really make the beginning of a larger internal shift for people.
Yes, absolutely.
So lastly, our conversations have gone by too quickly. Let me ask you one last question.
Uh-huh.
If you could change one thing in the world right now in relation to women and how we take care of ourselves and our families and how we live our lives, and what would that be?
Well, I sort of answered that before, but I'll add to it. For me, the most important element to healing is love, and to focus on love whenever you can. So starting again within yourself. How is your body? How are you feeling? What's happening? If you treat your body as if it's your friend and you love it, will it behave differently? Same as when we have children and we treat our children a certain way. We love our children, and that is very well known. It's like, of course, love our children, but love more. Love more in the world. Bring more love wherever you can. Bring more forgiveness wherever you feel there's a need for forgiveness, and keep increasing the amount of goodness in your life, and it will help in every other way.
That's really a wonderful note to end on. Beautiful.
Yeah.
How can you want to let people know how they can find you and
Sure.
about your book and everything? Tell everyone, please.
Of course. My website is hearttoheartmedicalcenter.com, and the reason my business is called Heart to Heart Medical Center is pretty obvious. It's about love, because I bring love into the healing process, and I bring it to my patients, and I help them love their bodies too, and to grow back in love with their health. It's the heart-to-heart element. And so everything is on my website. I have a couple of free gifts there. I have a little mini version of the 7 Keys to Accelerated Healing and a book about how to choose supplements. And I have a million blogs, and so all the information that you could possibly want is at hearttoheartmedicalcenter.com.
That's just wonderful. I hope everybody goes to Dr. Shiroko's websites and take advantage of her generosity and her perspective and attitude towards health. This is Carol Lourie signing off for now. Please look forward to listening to more later. Have a great day, everybody.